I think the thing that strikes me at the moment is this is a remarkably emotional topic. And we think of it, we're serious business people doing serious business things and we haven't got time for emotion. And yet, from all the different perspectives, this seems to be extremely emotional, from the position of the managers having to have the conversations with the employees, from the position of HR, from the position of the people who are leaving, the people who are staying, even the response of customers. It seems to be a lot about managing the emotions of the people involved. Does anyone have anything to say about that?
Yeah, again, part of the process, actually before the actual exercise takes place, we actually recommend that managers who are giving the notification go through some level of training. And it's important because, and I think Michael can attest to that, if you are given a message like that, you will remember it for the rest of your life. I personally have gotten, or happen to be the recipient of such a message. It was incorrectly done, obviously, and it was in a pantry. Every few minutes, somebody comes and takes a drink. I know what drink that person takes, what was the weather like, what was the color of the carpet. It's so vivid for that few minutes. So it has to be planned well. During the session, we train managers who are giving the message to deal not just with the affected employee, but what do they do after that? When are they going to gather the rest of the people? How are they going to manage the stayers, for example? So again, we meet people who are affected in our program, and we often ask them, how was it done on that day? And you'll be amazed, it's very high percentage. It's still not done, despite training. Managers sometimes, because they feel very affected themselves. It is very emotional, Andrew has mentioned. It is, and it's uncomfortable, especially a manager has worked with staff for many years. It's hard. It's one of the toughest tasks of a manager to do is to inform an employee of the loss of a job. It's uncomfortable. It's something not very natural. Nobody likes to do it. No manager would like to do it. Nevertheless, we are making the best of a difficult situation with some proper training. So that is one of the items that we suggest the companies do. Have this training for managers who are notifying. So lots of emotions will be involved, but good thing is that when they come through the program, they eventually are neutralized. There's lots of bitterness, lots of negative emotion. One of the few first sessions we do is to neutralize a person, because earlier it was mentioned the contract. There is a psychological contract, trust, loyalty. Company gives, there's a contract, you work for us, and in return the employee gives, in return, loyalty. Earlier somebody was asking about the trend. This loyalty and stuff is gone today as opposed to 10, 15 years ago. So how do you then maintain this loyalty? Because people who leave you are still your ambassador, brand ambassadors. So it is important, crucial that you do it right. In fact, one of the companies who has gone through massive, but despite that, they are still named one of the most favored companies to join. When economy picks up, they will be rehiring, and guess what? They will be able to attract employees.